Hey Jill and Tammy, sorry about the blank video here. It's about 4:30 and I'm in a town called Farewell, Texas. It's right on the border of New Mexico and Texas. We're headed down to open up our new gym in Georgetown. So yeah, this is more of an audio, but it's the only thing I could think to put it up. I tried to make an audio clip for you guys, straight audio, but it didn't work. It stopped at a minute after I was talking for about 3 minutes. So yeah, and we might get some knowledge bombs, but I also don't know where the batteries are in my house, if you ask my wife. So we all have our own limitations. Yeah, that said, I'll kind of try to keep the knowledge bombs, quote unquote, using you're to a bit of a minimum, as I tend to want to go on rabbit trail. So I'll answer your two questions first, and then Jill, I'd love to just give you a brief overview of what the BYB 90's all about. We're getting started actually this upcoming Friday on January 1st, 2021. So to answer your two questions, glycine and glutamine. So I'll start with glutamine and then I'll jump on glycine. Glutamine's awesome. It's the most abundant amino acid in the body. We really, really like glutamine when we're doing any kind of body composition adjustment, i.e. losing body fat, or if you're trying to increase your, what the bros say, lean mass, bro. A lot of different reasons. Glutamine is going to be responsible for over 100,000 different things going on in the body. So if you just do a Google Scholar search and you put glutamine and you say glutamine and performance, glutamine and immune system, glutamine and recovery, glutamine and small intestine, like the list is endless. So one of the main reasons why I really like glutamine, especially just in general, is the skeletal and the brain, the muscular and the brain, and essentially every system in the body runs off of glucose, right? So that's a form of sugar that the body uses and has circulating in the blood. But the small intestine, however, runs entirely off of glutamine. So if you are low in the right types of animal proteins in your diet, or if you have a compromised gut, then your immune system is really going to be taxed. Okay, so 90% of your immune system is in your small intestine. So glutamine really helps support that. And when we're in body composition adjustment phases, whether you're putting on muscle or you're losing body fat or you're doing both at the same time, which you can do, we like to have a lot of glutamine as a support structure. But the body will also use glutamine in what's called transaminization, where it'll use the backbone of glutamine to create a different amino acids. So let's say somebody has really low workout drive. They just don't really want to train. They go through the motions. They're going to be low in dopamine for their workouts. Now that may be because they've used dopamine for the wrong thing, whether that's social media, or they're addicted to a Netflix show, or even worse, some kind of addictive chemical, especially in the amphetamines, that will just destroy your dopamine. So what will happen is the body will use glutamine as a backbone to create tyrosine. And we like to have tyrosine to help create dopamine for our workouts, because dopamine is the amino acid that tyrosine is an amino acid that creates dopamine. That's a neurotransmitter for attention span and drive. And we also have acetylcholine in there. So we like those things to be high for our workouts, but good workouts create happy people. Have fulfilled actions. Fulfilled actions yield a positive chain cycle, so it just goes up and up and up. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I really like glutamine. Glycine, we could talk about just as long, if not longer. It's fantastic for detoxification and fat loss. In its most simplistic form is detoxification. So I like a fair amount of glycine for especially BYB 90 if we're adjusting body comp. You can find these on Amazon. I always do a bulk supplement glutamine and a bulk supplement glycine search. I buy them 5 kilos at a time, so I get 22 pounds of these free-form amino acids at a time. They're that important in my personal life. And I, it's not even something that I sell. It's just something that I'm a consumer of that should tell you a little bit about what I personally think of it. So that aside, hopefully, Jill, if you're still listening, I appreciate you. I do go long in the tooth and go down a lot of rabbit trails. But our BYB 90, essentially, it's a playbook, right? It's not just a sweet little program that taught me to eat broccoli in 14 different ways. Is broccoli beneficial? Sure, you bet. But, at the end of the day, you have to want for yourself. Nobody else can do it for you. I mean, I don't even know you, and I'm really pulling for you, and I don't even know what you're trying to accomplish, but I hope that I can help. And if not, that's okay too. So it's 90 days. We're starting on Friday. It's just going to be a hour and a half to 2 hour live Zoom, because I'm going to be in Texas, and y'all will be over a little bit more on the East Coast, I imagine. And then I've got my other gym in Portland. So, yep, it's a 90-day seminar, or not 90 days. It's about a 2 hour seminar, and then we'll have 90-day checkpoints with my nutrition assistant in Portland. She'll be running a Facebook group, fielding questions. I'll jump in on to field questions weekly and do a little brief roll-up. And then depending upon what your goal is, we'll have kind of a recommendation of how to get measurements and all that. So, yep, it's just a lifestyle playbook, right? If somebody's has a perfect diet, but they sleep 2 hours a night and they train like a sloth, then that's not really going to help them out. So I'd rather have somebody adjust their lifestyle where, they sleep a bit more, not even change their diet, and train a bit better, and that's going to yield better results. So that's really what we're all about, is just making sure that, hey, what's the one thing or a couple things that we can adjust and make positive change on for what you're trying to accomplish, and then execute on those. We're not trying to turn you 180 degrees in the path that you're walking down. Maybe give you some tools. The Zoom seminar is $75, and then you get to continue on in the 90 days with that. So, sorry, the entire 90-day program, $75. I mean, we've spent a lot on education and experience over the last 16 years. So if it's not something for you, that's totally cool. I wish you all the best. If so, and you're still listening or watching this, I appreciate you. Geez, 7 minutes in, Jared. Anyway, talk to you guys soon. Bye now.